the leadership of the party, and we will have other responses from other participants in terms of those who have been affected by torture, directly affected by torture, detention, abduction, or disappearances, is, from your perspective, what is the state of human rights in the country at the moment? From your perspective, what is the state of human rights in the country at the moment? If the president is here, or David Lewis Rubongoya, or Benjamin Katana, please take on the question. Yes, Mr. Rubongoya, I see you. Please go ahead. Yes, Mr. President, I can hear you loud and clear. Sure, go ahead. Much appreciated, Mr. President. The next question related to the background that you've ably laid out goes to David Lewis. David, are you able to speak? Much appreciated.
Yes, I can hear you and I'm able to speak, please.
Great. Please give us a picture of the current state of play in terms of the number of people abducted, the number of people detained, the torture victims that disappeared, and the dead. That's the update we are requesting from you. David, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew, and we appreciate everybody who has joined this space. Solidarity with Comrade Eddy Mutwe and other political prisoners. You know, between 2019 and 2021, the people who are documented are 2,134 persons who were abducted by the military regime. Many of these people were later released. Some, of course, as you know, were never traced up to today, to an extent that we still have 18 missing persons. These 18 missing persons have been missing, and we have the wife of one of them, Damrila John, on the space tonight. but the rest of these people largely
David,
were
okay.
picked up off the streets, taken in detention, in ungazetted places of detention. Many of them ended up before the unit disciplinary committees of UPDF, others before the division's court martial, others before the general court martial. Like I said, we still have 18 missing persons. But even after the election, we have recorded a total of 143 people who have so far been abducted. But these are people who we get to know about. Every time a person comes back from either CMI or wherever they hold them, they will tell you that they found so many other people there who we never get to know about. Bright Mhumza the other day told us that he was taken to a room where there were more than 500 people. And he said majority of these are Muslims. You can't know where they're coming from. You talk to some of them, they say they've been in detention for 9 years, for 10 years, and that kind of thing. Now, those recently abducted, of course, we have Eddy Mutwe, we have Shakul Sentongo, Chagulanyi Najib, Sebude Kasim, Parany Michael, who is also known as Infantry. So these 6 are still missing as we speak today. The number of those arrested since 2021, the ones our human rights desk has recorded, is 272. And we must draw a distinction between abductions and arrests. Abductions, we look at them to mean these, these ones which are done completely outside the law, where people are, first of all, picked up, taken to places not gazetted by law, kept there longer than 48 hours. So those are the categories we look at as abductions. But the 272 I'm talking about are those who have been taken through due process, arrested, taken through courts of law, charged, etc., etc., maybe get out on bail, etc. As we speak, we still have over 100 people in detention, in different detention centers, and we always don't give a specific number because almost on a daily basis, you have new numbers being arrested and other people being released. So it always, the number is always changing, but as we know right now, we have slightly over 100 people who are in detention, including people at Chitaria, those who are at Luzira Upper Prison, Makshan Bay, and other prisons like Chitala, a prison in Impiji, and other places. The other day, our comrade was arrested in Chisoro, another one in Ruchiga, another one in Bushenyi, you remember Mbawazi Pase, and all that. So these are the kinds of cases I'm talking about. Now, I also wanted to mention that we still have close to 300 children who need help because either their parents are in prison, maybe their parents are missing, maybe their parents were killed, and of course those who have been tortured and damaged in one or the other. So that is the situation I can give you. Like I said, and I want to appreciate our legal team. You can see that from the election, those who were able to document were over 2,000 people, and the legal team has been working very hard to secure bail, in some cases secure bond. Of course, some are always just dumped somewhere in the swamp after 3 weeks. Right now, what the regime normally does is not even to give these people any form. When they abduct them and take them to CMI, subject them to torture and all that, when the time comes and they feel like releasing them, they just say, you go, without giving them any single document. And that started after the Masereka situation. You remember Masereka was our registrar in Kasese, and he was very, very badly tortured. And then they gave him a bond form, and the charge was subversive activities, which is even non-existent. And of course, we went to court. The case took so long, but eventually the court decided that case in favor of Masereka, of the victim. Of course, the court awarded very little money, 30 million shillings as compensation, but at least there was a declaration of the High Court clearly saying that he had been under the custody of CMI and they're the ones who tortured him. So from that time, they stopped giving any document for any victim to prove that this person is in their custody. And so that has been the situation with very, very many of our comrades who are picked from around the country, from Yumbe, from Arua, from Fort Poto, and other parts of the country. So, Andrew, that's a
the picture I can paint for you.
Okay, much appreciated. We will soon hear from lawyers like Benjamin Katana, who've done a splendid job insofar as the legal response is concerned. However, I have received a lot of feedback from the audience that they were not able to hear what Honorable Chagulanyi was saying. So, Mr. Chagulanyi, I'm going to request you to unmute, and unfortunately, you have to restate your first answer to the question that we posed. Yes.
Okay. And sure. And I'll just check to see who can hear the president right now. If you heard what Honorable Chagulanyi said in the last few seconds, please give us a thumbs up. Okay, it appears there's a challenge. Yeah, I can hear you myself.
I can also hear.
Yeah, but the audience cannot.
And I can hear him as well. So I believe maybe many people are hearing him right now.
I'm actually.
Maybe you can mute a random person and find out if they can hear.
On my screen right now, there's a lot of thumbs down. People saying we can't hear him. Okay, let's do a mic check. Honorable Chagulanyi. If you can hear Honorable Chagulanyi, please give us a thumbs up. No, they can't.